Hey guys, Brenna here again. Going to show you how I apply my wraps. I am one of those people that have ridged nails. So what I mean by that is if you take your fingernail, two fingernails, and go like this, you can feel ridges going across. Pretty normal. For me, I like to put on a base coat prior to applying my wraps simply because they last a lot longer that way and it gives me something a lot smoother to work with. So I already applied my base coat to my nails. I used the Jamberry smoothing base coat. I really like it. It gives it a really nice smooth look. Feels really nice, dries really fast. Super great. So what I'm going to do is I already washed my hands actually. I use 7th generation dish soap. Any regular dish soap with about a bunch of additives in it. If I just have the 7th generation, I would recommend Blue Dawn. If you have it lying around, it works great. So I've got a little bit of everything here. I've got everything that comes in a kit, the application kit. You've got your buffer, orange stick. This is my personal pair of manicure scissors because they're super cute. And then you need they come with a nail clipper and also a cuticle pusher. Comes with a nail file as well. I really like my crystal nail files though. Got this on Amazon and a set of 3 of them for $5. Definitely worth looking into. I just really like the way they work. So I'm going to show you how I do this. This is an nail prep wipe, alcohol wipe. This just comes in the kit, the little application kit. Can also get a bottle of nail cleanser and nail polish remover or lacquer remover from Jamberry. They last forever. So I'm going to open this up. Just like a regular alcohol wipe, except for a lot bigger so you can actually do your fingers and your toes. Go ahead and clean your finger. The reason being is because your fingers naturally have a lot of oils on them, and even your nail beds have a lot of natural oils on them. So this will make sure that the wraps last longer and they go on a lot better. I usually wipe off my fingers too, just because we have natural oils on our fingers. So super easy. Next thing I'll do, I already did it, but normally I'll shape my nail just because then I kind of have an idea of what I want. If you're not doing it the way I do it and putting on the base coat, I would buff the top of your nail. I'm not going to do it this time just because I put on the base coat. So I'm going to take my wrap, accent sheet of wraps. I'm going to cut it off of the wrap sheet. And I believe this wrap is called Pink Quatrefoil. I might be mistaken. It was recently released, though, in the last 6 months. Here's what it looks like. Sorry, don't know the frame on my camera. Super pretty. What I recommend doing, especially if you've never applied jams before, check and make sure that it's going to work. So what I mean by that is take the wrap. I usually leave it attached to the sheet when I do this. And check and make sure that it's going to fit on the finger. Excuse me. Without touching the skin. Because part of the way that you seal on is we heat seal them. And so if it's touching the skin, it's not a complete seal. And so you can have lifting and things like that. And I want these to last as long as possible for you. So I'm going to cut this in half. There we go. And I use my orange stick for this. Some people like to use cuticle pushers. Some people like to use their fingers. Everyone's a little bit different. And lift off the wrap. The reason being is although I wipe my fingers off with the alcohol wipe, as you just saw, I was scratching my ear. Just kind of general oils from all over your skin. So what I do that's a little bit different than most people. By the way, I already pushed back my cuticles. I really recommend doing that before you put on your wraps. Because again, that heat bond, if there's cuticle there, it just may not stick as well. Not saying that it will or won't, but why risk it? We do have cuticle remover pens. I've heard really good things. I haven't ordered one before. I haven't used it. It's on my list. So what I do is I'll actually take the wrap and put it on in what's called a cold application. And the reason it's called that is because we haven't heated the wrap yet. And I'll show you what I mean by heat the wrap in a second. Part of the reason why I do this is because I put on the base coat. And I don't want to rip up the base coat when I'm putting on the wrap. So, see, you can see a little bit of my nail on the bottom and on the sides. Part of it with Jamberry wraps is you don't want it to be flush to the skin because, like I was talking about before, it can lift. So push down really, really good. I usually push from the top of the nail down because when I first started putting on jams before I became a consultant, I had issues with lifting just around the edges, having them get caught in my hair and stuff. And I found that if I really apply good pressure around the edges, don't have that problem. So if you have that issue, go ahead and reheat the wrap while it's on your finger. First, clean out any dirt that's underneath it because that does happen too. Our hands get dirty. I usually use an orange stick to do that. So there we go. That's the wrap on. And I've got my Jamberry mini heater. They're $19. They're super worth it. I show you a comparison to putting these on with a blow dryer. I don't know where my blow dryer is. We just moved at the beginning of June. I realized it's August. I have no idea where it is. So here's the Jamberry mini heater. They're super cute. Size of my palm, my hand, a little bit smaller. Super easy. Plug them in. There's a button on the top. Turn it on. There's a red light that tells you it's on. Ooh, that's hot. They heat up really, really fast. So next what I'll do is I really want to make sure that this is on because I want it to last for a couple weeks. Jamberry wraps usually last about 2 weeks. If you're okay with the growth, they can last even longer. I personally don't like the growth and I like to change my wraps a lot. So what I'll do is heat it up. And I just realized I'm crossing the computer screen, but that's okay. I'm going to pick this up so you guys can actually see me doing it. It gets a little hot. So I'm going to give my finger a minute. Then I'm going to apply pressure again. Again, I don't want it to lift. And so that's it. Some people like to reheat them again. I understand if you do. I left that in front of the heat for a little longer than normal, so I'm fine. And shut that off. Generally what I'll do is I'll apply my entire hand, both hands, before I file them down. Let the wrap cool off a little bit so then I don't have any puckering at the top. I want to show you the final look, so I'm going to do it now. You want to file at a 45-degree angle and file down. So when they're ready to come off, they literally just pull off. So look at that. Super cute, super pretty. One thing I like to do is make sure that there's no excess on the sides, just because I don't want them pulling up later. So I'll go after them a little bit. Boom. It's that easy. I did that a lot slower than I normally do so I could show you guys. I normally have my wraps ready to go, cut out, boom, 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 boom. Done that fast. It takes me maybe 20 minutes to do. I usually have a plate nearby to put my junk on or something. We just had dinner, so I just used leftover plates from dinner. Super easy. If you guys have questions, feel free to comment below, message me on Facebook, whatever. I'm happy to come help you apply your nails, video chat with you while you do them, call me, text me, whatever. Enjoy your jams.